Hello, hello. Marie's Message 411 TV. I'm back again. This episode of Marie's Message 411 TV is discussing the covert narcissist, my personal experience with the covert narcissist. I'm coming from a dark place. I've had experiences with a few different types of narcissists. But on this video, I want to focus on the covert narcissist. What does covert mean? We use the word covert. We use the word empath. I am an empath. We use these words, and some people don't really understand what it means. So I will give you the definition of what covert means and a simplified definition of what an empath is. Covert means not openly acknowledged or displayed. It means secretive. Empath, the ability to take on another person's perspective and understand them. Now, the opposite of an empath would be the narcissist. But we're going to focus on the covert narcissist. There are different types of narcissists, but this video is about the covert narcissist and my personal experience. Now, when you think of the word covert, you think of secret. And the empath is the narcissist's drug of choice. So when you think of drug addicts, there are drug addicts who are very good at hiding and covering up their addiction. And I noticed that people who are in corporate America are the ones who are very good at hiding, being covert, or keeping their addiction a secret. But if you've ever worked with addicts, if you've ever worked in a hospital on a detox unit, or if you've ever had an addict in your family, there are signs there that you will pick up on that this individual is addicted. Well, for the covert narcissist, the empath is the addiction. And to keep it a secret, to keep their addiction and to get their fix, they do it secretively, covertly. So family and friends and people in society who is not living with the covert narcissist will come under the assumption that this individual is a very nice, polite, caring, loving, giving person. Because the covert narcissist only displays their evil, is what I call it, when they're at home with the empath. But in public, they portray themselves to be the upstanding citizen, the angel. And so you as the empath living in the home with this person and experiencing the evil that they put onto you, if you go out and try to explain it to someone, explain it to your friends and your family, most likely people aren't going to believe you because of how the covert narcissist treats everyone else versus how they treat you. And you are their fix. You are their addiction. That's why they call them energy vampires. After their everyday activity out in society and out in the world, they have to come home and get their fix. And so when they come home, the energy changes in the environment. The vibration changes. It becomes evil and toxic and violent because they have to get their fix from you as the empath. So their anger, their frustration, everything is taken out on you. The gaslighting, the physical abuse is directed towards you because all of that they're doing to you and your reaction to it is their drug, is their fix. And once they have gotten their fix and they're satisfied in draining you, they go out into society and they behave as if they are kind, loving, caring, friendly, happy people. Please don't waste your time in trying to convince your family members and your friends that this person is an evil person or they do these things to you, because the covert narcissist knows that eventually that you will try to tell someone what they have done to you or what they are doing to you. So what they do is they try to be as nice and loving and caring, seemingly nice, loving, caring, giving, friendly to your family members, to your friends, to co-workers, so that when you now go to your friends, the family members, and try to tell them what this covert narcissist have been doing to you behind closed doors, they won't believe you because that is not how the covert narcissists behave or treat them. If you go to seek help from a psychiatrist or a psychologist to get therapy for your abuse that you have been suffering from a covert narcissist, if you see that the therapist, counselor, psychologist does not understand or had any training about narcissism, narcissistic personality, narcissistic behavior, get up and leave that psychologist's office and seek a psychologist who has been trained and have understanding about how to give you the therapy that you need to deal with the trauma that you have suffered from a narcissist. The attack and abuse that empaths suffer from narcissists, it's a spiritual attack. It has to do with energy and vibration. That's why they call them energy vampires, because they feed off of your energy in order to live and to survive. They do not have empathy. They don't know how to sympathize, empathize, understand, or care about the perspective of another human being. It's all about them. And everything they do is right, is correct in their eyes. They're never wrong about anything. The world revolves around them. It's all about them getting the supply that they need to survive. They don't love you as an empath. They don't care about you. They will tell you what you want to hear in order to get what they need from you, which is your energy. They want your life. They want to be like you, but they cannot be like you. And they become jealous and envious of you, so they try to destroy you. I'm coming from a dark, dark place. I've had experiences with multiple types of narcissists, but the covert narcissist is the most devious and scariest one to me. And any chance you get, if you are in the situation where you are living with the covert narcissist and you are experiencing the things that I am discussing in this video, try your best to get as far away from them as possible. Don't try to explain yourself to their family, or your family for that matter, or your friends. Because a lot of people don't understand what you are going through and have not ever experienced what you are going through. Try your best to get away and go and get the help, the healing that you need. And never ever allow that person back in your life again. An empath is a covert narcissist fix. It's like you are their drug of choice. And when they are done with you, they will discard you and find another empath to get their fix, because they have drained you, or you have figured out who they really are, and they're starting to see that you have figured them out, and you have decided that you no longer want to tolerate being used and abused and manipulated and mistreated by them. So either you figure them out and you decide to leave, or they discard you for another empath who has no idea that they are the next target. I hope that this video helps someone. It's very lonely and sad when you are going through so much mental stress, emotional stress, physical abuse by your partner. It could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your sibling. But behind closed doors, you are being attacked spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. And you cannot go to your loved ones, your friends, for help, because the covert narcissist, the one that is abusing you behind closed doors in order to get their fix, is publicly expressing the opposite with everyone else. They're very caring and loving to everyone else. Very friendly and kind, seemingly. That's the covert part of it. In secret, they don't like any of these people. They're jealous of these people. But they behave as if they like these people. They behave as if they care about these people. They are giving to these people. They are friendly to them because they know if they do that, when you go to tell them the truth about this evil covert narcissist, they will probably not believe you. Do you see the covertness in all of that? Do you see the deceit in all of that? They are deceitful. They cannot be trusted. No matter how you see them being friendly with others. There was a time when, before I fully understand what was going on and what I was experiencing, I couldn't figure out for the life of me why this person was so evil towards me behind closed doors and would not give me the things that I required of him. But yet he would go out and I would see him giving other women what I was asking him to give me. He would do for other women what I was requesting him to do for me. And I would say to myself, why is it that he would do that for her, but I asked him to do it for me and he refused to do it? I started to question myself, like, what is wrong with me? What is so special about her that he was able to give it to her, but not to me? That's another covert mind game. And so what began to happen, I began to always try to do things to please him, because I saw that he was capable of doing it, because I saw him doing it for other people. So I went overboard trying to please him, hoping that eventually he would do the same for me. But that was part of his plan also. That is how covert narcissists work. And you have to live with them and be around them for a period of time before you start to understand it and pick up on it. But by the time you learn and pick up on their tactics in order to drain you, they have already succeeded in draining you. And then when they realize that you have caught on to what is going on, they discard you and move on to the next supply. And believe me, they always have supply lined up. They always have a backup. Never think that you are in a relationship alone with a narcissist. They're never faithful and committed to one person. And narcissists can be male or female. It can be a mother. It can be a father. You are just supply. And they're always looking for a better supply than you, because they know eventually they're going to suck you of all that they can suck from you. And then when you figure them out, they move on to the new supply that they have lined up. Dark, twisted, evil. These are the energies that are among us in our society, walking around. They're in corporate America. You work with them. You live with them. You socialize with them. My partner, if he wasn't around his family, because his family knows how he is, and his family was also narcissistic. They had a toxic relationship. So he was able to behave narcissistic towards me around his family. And his family was narcissistic towards me. But when we were in public away from his family, when we were around friends, he would behave in such a nice, loving, sweet way towards me. Like a hypocrite. He would behave in such a sweet, nice way towards me and do the things that I ask of him. And then immediately after we would leave our friends or that function that we were at, by the time we would get in the car, before we even got home, you can feel the energy in the environment just change to evil, demonic. He would just completely switch on me and become evil and angry. And by the time we would reach home, I would be in tears because I couldn't understand how he went from treating me so loving, so caring, so kind at the party with our friends, and then switch to being so evil and demonic towards me by the time we got home. This is the life that you live with a narcissist. If you ever heard the phrase Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, they are the perfect example of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They can go from being the sweetest, kindest, loving, charismatic, charming people to being a complete demon right before your eyes. And gaslighting you is their most favorite thing to do, because gaslighting you will make you feel confused. It will confuse you, and they will turn everything around onto you and accuse you and make it seem as if you're the one that's crazy. They will make it seem like you're the one that has the problem. They will make you start questioning your own self. They will try to destroy your self-worth. They will try to destroy your self-esteem. The angrier you get, the more you cry, the more upset that you become, the more you plead and beg them to do right by you, the more they get their drug, their fix, their supply. To get a negative reaction out of you is how they get their fix, is how they get their supply. It's like they're sucking all of your positive energy from you in order to survive. And they have to gaslight you and get you upset and get you angry in order to get that energy and get that fix. Covert. It's dark, it's demonic, it's evil. If you continue to have this experience and live in a home with a narcissist, some people have actually ended up taking their own lives because of this type of abuse. And I'm going to say it again, it can come from your mother, it can come from your father, it can come from your brother or sister, it can come from your husband, it can come from your wife. It can even come from your boss or a co-worker. Energy vampires. And you are their drug of choice. If you are an empath, you are their drug of choice. I'm coming from a dark, dark place. But every step I take, I'm moving closer and closer to the light. I can see now what has been happening to me. And I was able to free myself from that type of life. I hope that this video is able to help someone who is going through narcissistic abuse from a loved one, whether it's your partner, your wife, your husband, a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, a church member, a co-worker, a boss. You can have this experience with people from all walks of life. So, take my advice. Try to find a way to get out of it quietly and get help and begin to heal. I hope that this video is able to help someone. And until next time, this is Marie's message. And I'm signing out. Bye-bye.